Back to my channel. Today I'll be continuing what if Naruto had Shigaraki's powers from My Hero Academia. And without further ado, let's get right into today's video. We start this part off with like them leaving the Leaf Village, basically heading to where Sasuke went to go fight Itachi at. And as they're on their way there, Kakashi basically just like he pulls Naruto off to the side and he asks him like, "Are you sure you're okay to be going on this mission?" And I'm saying as they're talking, a few other people from the Leaf Village are just coming back from patrol. So like people like Guy's team, you know, this whole little team, and they're pulling up and they're like, "Oh, we're just coming back from a mission," but Guy still wants to see what they got going on because then don't nobody see Naruto no more. So the fact that he's outside. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So it's Guy, Tenten, Lee, and Neji. They went with them too. So yeah, Naruto ends up getting into an argument with Kakashi because Kakashi basically told him like, if you feel like you can't take out on the dude that took out Jiraiya, just like leave him up to somebody else. They got Guy here now. Guy is actually pretty strong, and so is he. And Naruto, as Kakashi's explaining it, he gets this look on his face, and in the back of his mind, he thinking like, okay, he kind of not wrong, because in a sense, he could beat me. Like the dude could be genuinely strong. He could beat the hell out of me, but I'd rather die fighting him than having any other of my friends get killed because of him, right? So, but none of that came out of his mouth. He's just looking at Kakashi with this horrible face, and Naruto the only thing that come out of his mouth is no. I'm not letting y'all fight him. That's not it. I'm killing him, right? So then they start moving again, and the closer they get, they could kind of sense they're starting to sense people. Right, and then as they got closer, they kind of see the little. I'm saying they were sitting in this little abandoned fortress or whatever. So as they saw it, they kind of had the two they had Neji kind of scouted out using his Byakugan and stuff. So yeah. So once Naruto got confirmation that Pain was actually there, kind of just disappeared. He basically he looked at everybody. He told them, "Y'all are the distraction," and dipped. Right. Now, nobody else agreed to this, but technically speaking, they can't just leave Naruto to go in because they know exactly where he's going, but they don't know where he's getting in from. There's only two entrances. There's the one with all of the Pains, and then there's the one with the rest of the people, which in retrospect, they kind of knew which one he was going to anyway. So yeah, Naruto pulls up on the Pain, and Pain starts doing his Pain shit, monologuing. Naruto not trying to hear none of that. He get right into the fisticuffs, and then as they're fighting, Naruto, he gets pushed away by the Diva Path, and as he looks up, he kind of sees this blue-haired lady. And he's thinking, he ain't never seen her before, but she's a part of the Akatsuki, right? So, as he gets pushed away, he kind of uses the momentum from the push to kick himself off the ground. Don't know how. Fight me, right? Yeah, so he uses the momentum from the push to kick himself off the ground to get to Konan, who was not high in the air, but high enough for him to reach her. So he grabs her foot, and as she goes to dissipate the papers, Naruto's this is not, you're not running from this. He basically he grips her her foot hard, and as her head and stuff is dissipating in the papers and stuff, as it gets lower down toward her torso, and she goes to reform somewhere further away, Pain basically knocks Naruto back down to the floor before hearing a fairly worried Konan scream, a terrified Konan scream. And he looks back, and Konan doesn't have a leg, right? But they thought, cause she was thinking she could just reform it. And Pain looks at Naruto, because you gotta imagine, nobody really sees Naruto fight. So unless he's using a sword, no one really knows what Naruto's doing, right? So yeah, as she's screaming, Naruto he kind of get this feeling, he okay, a little weird. Right, but he kind of just shrug it off. So, yeah, Pain, he get mad because he see Konan's literally injured. There doesn't look like a way for her to get her leg back. Even so, the Pains of the other Pains start attacking him, while the other one kind of makes the gate to throw her into. But once all the Pains start attacking, they start to realize something. Naruto don't use a lot of jutsu, so a lot of these pains aren't useful. So the one that absorbs chakra, he can't get close because if Naruto touches him, that's it. So when he did get close, that was it. The one that absorbs chakra, he really wasn't that much useful either because Naruto doesn't use chakra. He uses the decay ability. You can't absorb something that he has to touch you for. It's not how it works, right? And the bird one, well, she's a bird. Like, she's not bird, but the one that can summon shit, she summons shit, right? They still have to touch him. And he still has to touch them, but that's besides the point. Anyway, yeah, so it took him a few minutes, but yeah, and like when he's done fighting all the pains, like the Diva Path, you finally realize, like, all right, that was the last pain that was done. He turned around and Konan come up out the thing, and like her injuries are fine. She feels fine, but as she's coming out, she still ain't got a leg, right? So now she's still like panicking, screaming because she thought that this jutsu was supposed to heal all types of injuries. So how does she not have her leg back? Right? So, yeah. So Pain like basically pulls him in as Naruto like hears her scream. And he kind of like yeah. Like this Naruto, he going through some shit. Like he kind of start laughing after she's screaming. Like, you really thought that was gonna work? People don't come back from that. That's not how that works. She doesn't have that anymore. You see that? And he points to like this pile of dust that like is just falling out of like just lying there on the floor from, like, and he's like that's what you need to be trying to get at, because that's her actual appendage. And like, this obviously isn't going over, well with Pain. So he basically blows up the entire area. He's like, fuck it, right? Look, if I can't kill you, hands to hands, I'm gonna just hit everything. Everything has to go. So he basically floats up, and Naruto, like, as he's trying to get up there to him, but like as he goes to grab like Pain by like his cloak or something, he basically pushes everything. And Konan is healed up, so she is able to get out of the way. But Naruto, he does get hit, and he actually gets buried underneath rubble, right? And as he's underneath this rubble, he's in his mind, and he thinks about it. He does do a lot of shit. Like, his power does kill. Like, that's all he's really good for, right? And like as he's thinking about it, it kind of like just clicks. If that's all he good for, then why not just do that? Stop giving these people chances, right? So like Naruto, like it's Pain, like he coming back down from the sky or whatever, and as he touches the ground, all the rubble that was covering Naruto turns to dust, and he's like, how the fuck did he survive that? Like, Pain is pissed, right? So he throws some chakra rods at Naruto, and like the first one hits Naruto like right in the shoulder, but as it hits him, he just grabs it, turns it to dust, and then since he has the Nine Tails, he starts to heal due to his healing factor from the Nine Tails, right? So as all of this is going on, Naruto he looked at Pain, and he's like, I'm thanking you. You've opened my eyes. Right? And Pain, like, he thinking, what do you mean by that? Right? And he just, like, he's not trying to hear none of it. Right after, like, he just assumes Naruto's just going, like, clinically insane. Because there's no other reason for him to be, But it is kind of concerning how Naruto just got back up. Besides the point, though. Anyway, he's charges in and he hits, like, he knows that he can't get close to Naruto. So he basically starts using the chakra rods as, like, a staff. And he's giving Naruto the premium hits. Like, he's beating Naruto. And by this point, I'm gonna say everybody except for Kakazu and Hidan are actually down. Them and that other fish dude, like y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't never remember his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. So it's the two basically immortal dudes and the fish guy are left alive. Everybody else is practically dead besides Konan, the Diva Path of Pain, and the actual Pain. Right? And Itachi and Sasuke. So, yeah. So like he's giving Naruto these beats. Now, as like all this is happening, like people are actually starting to show up to Naruto and Pain's fight. So like as they see Naruto getting these beats, they're thinking like, damn, like he really finna die? And like Pain stab him in the leg. You're like, okay. they got about had enough. Naruto waves his hand, and as he waves his hand, the pain just turns to dust. And Konan, as she sees this, she's panicked because that was basically like their last line of defense, excluding herself and Itachi. Who the fuck are they finna depend on, right? So, like, she starts trying to make a run for it for the tree that Nagato was in. Although, it was kind of stupid because Nagato is kind of injured. That's not what's on her mind right now. Her leg's going. She just watched Nagato's puppet Pain get erased with a wave of his hand, and she knows for a fact that she could be next up on the docket, right? And this is concerning to her. So, she kind of just, she bolts for the tree. And Naruto, he's like, oh no, you're not getting away that fast. He can't fly or nothing. No, he can't fly. But, he's moving through the trees. Now, she can't necessarily sense him at this present moment in time, but since she's flying, she can kind of see him behind her. So, as she gets closer to the tree, she finally decides, maybe she shouldn't. She comes to her senses. And she's like, maybe she shouldn't bring him back to Pain, because technically speaking, Pain, he could just remake another, he could just get another body and remake another version of Pain and just start over. So, she basically stops and she finally gets some sense about herself. And she, confronts Naruto. And Naruto, he just starts bursting out in laughter. And, Konan, she throws, a whole bunch of, little paper bombs at him. And Naruto, he just he holds out his hand. And, at this point, this is, his evolved version of, if you couldn't already tell, he couldn't necessarily come out of the Pain fight without it, because if Pain and him were to continue to fight, although Naruto's decay ability was nice on his hands, Pain has the almighty push and pull. If he couldn't get close enough to Pain, there was no reason for that fight to continue the way that I was going to have it go. Anyway, so, he basically waves his hand and all of them disappear. And at this point, she's thinking, do I ever run out of papers? So as all of this is going on, she kind of they begin their fight, and it's kind of one-sided. Naruto's basically just erasing everything that comes near him, and on the off chance Naruto attempts to get close to her, basically Konan is looking like a very ripped up person. She dissipates in the papers, but Naruto is able to touch her. If not with the wave that he throws from his hand, it's by actually touching her. So, at this point, at one point in the fight, Konan's literally just a whole bunch of cracks. And, and Naruto tells her, look at yourself. You don't even have to fight anymore. You'd probably go wander off and die somewhere. Right? And we get a pan, just get this little pan of Konan. And Konan, she looked messed up. She's tired. She don't look like she could fight no more. And at this point, Pain is Nagato's actually considering just coming out there. So that's what ends up happening. A few minutes pass, and Naruto looks behind Konan, and he sees this this little redheaded dude crawling basically, and dude tells him you can stop. I'm the real one. And Naruto starts laughing, and the dude lifts his head up and he sees the Rinnegan, and Naruto's face gets all too serious, right? And he starts walking toward him. And Konan, she tries to tell Nagato to get back inside, and she throws papers at Naruto, and Naruto basically disappears. He doesn't even bother to erase the papers. He just appears behind Konan and just grabs her by the back of her neck and erases her, right? And Nagato, he really wanted Naruto to stop. So when he didn't see that happen, when he saw that happen, it kind of messed him up a little bit more than usual. So instead of having a conversation, Naruto kind of walks up to him. And he's like, now that we're even, I'm going to leave you without your legs. I mean, you can't use them anyway. Actually, no. Right? And he just he just grabs Nagato by the hair and drags him back to the damn, to the, I guess you could say, I forgot what I would call it. An outpost. Yeah. Back to where everybody else was. And at this point, everybody sees this dude is basically frail and brittle, and he's crying, and they don't know why the fuck Naruto's grinning ear to ear, but this is not necessary. He's not giving off good vibes. Naruto does not look like a good person right now. I mean, he isn't anymore, but that's besides the point. So they end up sensing Itachi activated Susanoo, and Naruto could kind of tell okay, I got to get up there now. So Naruto, like, he's sprint, like, he starts heading up there, and everybody telling him, like, no, you can't go up there right now. But, like, not, like, telling him he can't, but, like, they're trying to keep him from going, because Itachi's strong as shit. Like, Itachi's actually feared. Like, Pain is cold, but Itachi can do some shit. Like, you know? So, like, Kakashi's basically trying to stop Naruto. And Naruto, like, he looks at Kakashi, like, ain't nobody really finna stop him. So, like, he looked, and he start running again. And Guy was like, so you really not finna, like, attempt to stop him? And, like, why does he have the redheaded boy? Like, why is he dragging him up the side of the wall? Couldn't he just put him on his back? And like, Kakashi was like, I think that's Pain. So they're mad confused. Anyway, this is where I'm ending this part off. If y'all enjoyed the video, drop a like. If you enjoyed my content, please subscribe. Anyway, this has been Shinobi. Peace.